What's up, guys? How you doing? I love doing this to her every time.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You do.
She's over there cheating on me, farming on the game. So, we may have had this topic. Oh no, maybe not. This is a little risque.
Listen, bro, you be popping up these random conversations and you just expect me to just know what you're talking about.
No, I'm saying I think maybe we have dived into this kind of topic or not, but it's a little risque.
What you talking about? What's risque?
Hmm.
Like, that risque is what we do, ain't it?
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
With the tooth popping? Okay.
Mm-hmm. So,
what's up?
Sex.
Okay, what about it?
I
mean, you trying to see what it's like? You already know.
What is it like?
You know how this box popping.
So we had the guest. Did you? Did you just say period out period? Stop, bro. So we did our couples interview last night with the Calvins, which if you're listening to this and you haven't watched the episode yet, that is great. If you're listening to this after we post it, if it's not Wednesday before Thanksgiving, you have to wait to Wednesday before Thanksgiving before that episode drops. But Miss Calvin spoke on about the weight and how she expressed women allowing the man to literally chase. Because that's if you think about it. That's kind of like a good chase, not a bad chase. Because like I was telling her, you do have some of them men that still love to chase. And after they get it, they still drop the female, lady, woman, girl, whatever you are at that time. Excuse me. My bad. Like a bag of nickels. You know? Yeah, real hard.
Nope.
Hey, that was actually a pretty good movie.
Listen, I thought it was gonna be some scary, creepy shit, but it is kind of scary, creepy. But
it started off scary, but at the end, it was just weird. And yeah. I'm glad that they took that dude out, bruh. Even though it was all off topic of sex. But yeah, if you haven't seen Nope, go see it. I mean, watch it.
We ain't sponsoring it.
Yeah. We
watched it, and
it was pretty cool movie. So, throw myself up under the bus. My misunderstanding of sex at a younger age. Well, no, let me take back the misunderstanding. Understood.
Your preconception.
Not even that. I think my preconception was right because it did consist of, it coincided with marriage. Right. And so, it was just, I was definitely too young trying to do it. I couldn't take care of myself, let alone trying to take care.
It'd be some adults out here having sex and still can't take care of themselves, so.
Shit. Age wise.
I mean, you just want to take it there.
You're right, though. You're right. So, it brings up that same.
Somebody could be having sex for 5 years and with one particular person, and they still could be doing it all wrong.
The age old question of, is emotion attached to sex?
If you do it enough, then yeah, eventually it's gonna come out to that, regardless of how you want to put it. Of, oh, I ain't got no feelings. You may not have feelings for one particular person, but you know, you're gonna keep fucking around. You're gonna find out that you're real.
Did you ever find um did you ever find yourself caught up in sexapades when you had your sex experience with your before you got married?
I shouldn't say once I got married. Of course, it was just
Well, it should have
strictly
been a
my
part of
partner.
it should have been a part of the
It was strictly
marriage.
my
No,
partner.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
marriage and sex should just be a part
Well,
of.
my former sex life was pretty exciting, I guess you could say. um, uh,
But I guess the question is,
I'm
were
gonna
you
say, what's
catching?
the question?
Were
What do
you?
you?
Did you find yourself catching feelings, or you know,
Um,
due to the sex? That's what I mean. Because we know now, because those people before you being married,
I'll
you
say
never
with the
married.
first guy I was with, yes.
Okay.
I said the first three. Then I eventually learned, you experience those heartbreaks and you realize, okay, you know what,
Kind of numb
this
to it in a
ain't
sense, and it might just
this
be
ain't where it's at altogether. Like it might be some shit that's kind of like off here. You know, they really don't care at the end of the day. They just care for their good feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And honestly, I should have been prepared for that but your kids hard headed.
Yeah.
Parents tell you, oh, sex is. My dad described it as like being pinched, just a temporary feeling. So that was my warning not to get caught up.
Okay.
But you get to doing it, you just be like, oh, this is actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't really think, but when those endorphins and things get to going, we don't really think, oh, this ain't gonna last long. It's just like getting high. Once you get high, you high. But once you come off your high, you kind of gotta get back on that horse again to make it work.
Right,
so
then.
it's.
All right, then since you say that, you get that.
I don't. Yeah, it took me a couple of heartbreaks before I realized, maybe this person really don't have my best interest at heart when it comes to matters of my heart, even though I'm giving myself in that way. And that's when I really got serious about not having sex until marriage or preserving as much of my life force and love energy until that moment, till that time came for me. That way I knew if I was giving my all to somebody, it's because we were locked in into a committed relationship and had the ultimate goal of making sure that we were there for each other regardless of how good the sex was.
All right, so you just stated pops, right? Like you said, it was a
My
pinch.
parental, he described it
He
as such.
described it as a pinch, right?
Which, in comparison, it was, hey, don't get caught up in temporary emotions.
Mm-hmm.
But again, being a kid, we like, okay, yeah, that's what you're saying. But it can't be all that. But, again, like you say, once you get a taste of it or you get that high, you're like, dang, I keep going back, keep going back, keep going back. But then you realize, dang, after I get high and get over it, like, it really don't last long and it's not serving its purpose at the end of the day.
So what about that hit? That you be taking off me? You know what I'm saying? It's just temporary. Damn.
Like, it's
what?
I would say
it don't keep lingering, man.
The only way it lingers is still the connection afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sex is sex. It feel good in the moment, but it ain't like all day long. Or and you trying to make it something special when it ain't.
You couldn't.
You're trying to swear that you like different from the rest. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Okay.
Nah.
Get on me. I've been touching it, rubbing all on me. Nah. I mean, Miss can't be thinking about sex all the time, so that's probably why for me, and it probably lasts a little longer. It lingers. Mister, I want to leave that in my beard so I can smell you later.
I ain't never said that.
So, boy, is it lightning and thundering outside?
When I say that?
Ooh, Jesus gonna come down and take you away, boy.
When I say that? Jog my memory right quick.
Ooh, every time. But anywho.
But this all bed, so
It took
all I
you
gotta
a
do is
minute.
smell you.
You know what? I ain't got time.
All I gotta do is go run after you and smell you. You ain't gotta put it in the bed, baby.
To me.
Huh? What?
So how long did it take you? Well, no, you never really came out of the conception that sex is associated directly with a marriage correlation, and that.
No, you should ask the question: when did it happen?
When did what happen?
My correlation of sex and marriage.
Well, we all know, like early, like
yeah,
you
but it wasn't. Like, it wasn't
13.
Like, no. I started having sex when I was 13, and it wasn't the very first time I had sex that it popped up in my head. The first time it was unusually horrible and like I don't know what.
Oh, you had a bad first experience?
I ain't gonna say that. It was just weird as fuck. Like how it happened.
Is that the one you were hiding in the good closet?
Oh no, that was my daughter's mama.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that was way other. I ain't even had my son for my first child. I ain't had him yet. When I first
experienced.
Yeah. Again, so all of us after school, it was me, my girlfriend, her supposedly two friends. Which were.
You had a cringy moment there, huh?
Yeah, cause we ended up going to the girl house, and everybody separated into their little rooms. I did not know.
Was that the toe experience?
No.
So you've had so many sexcapades.
That is not. No.
Okay, I'm gonna let you tell your story about your first date.
I was saying it was not.
Let me not intrude on that.
Nah, but yeah, they went to different rooms and stuff, and I can't even tell you how I started, but I just know we were on a bunk bed on the bottom bunk though. Yeah, it probably would have been awkward if we was on the top bunk.
Well, who was on the top bunk?
Nobody. We was just in the room where a bunk bed was at. Everybody. And the other two people were in separate rooms. So.
So y'all were having a porgy.
A porgy? What the fuck is that? What the fuck? I'm trying to see if I can figure.
I don't know.
A separorgy. It was in a
seporgy?
Yeah, seporgy.
Oh,
it was an orgy in separate rooms. No, an orgy is no, we wasn't sharing. So, but nah, it wasn't after.
So you just were kind of pressured into it.
Again, no, she didn't like force me or nothing. I mentally was forced. I was mentally pressured.
You thought, dang, my boys.
If I don't do it, no, they weren't even my boys neither. I ain't no niggas for tit to tat like that. I just went to school with them.
Oh, so your first experience wasn't even with, like,
with
your
my
best
girlfriend?
bros?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Nope.
You didn't go brag to them after you had did it? Oh, yeah, man, I did it.
Nah.
Were you embarrassed?
No.
Or you just didn't really... Yeah, or because of how it happened, you were
kind
of like...
it wasn't nothing.
I don't really want to tell
I can't even remember if I even had a orgasm or nutted or what, I just know we did something. I can visualize it in the room. I can't even visualize the emotion I see when I talk about it. I can almost describe the room in a sense, but not really. I can like literally put myself there.
And you just don't remember all the fine details.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
I remember my first time. I thought.
Yeah, but even after that fighting experience, It
was the initial shock for me. Once I got over that, then I was okay. It was like.
Yeah, it turned on a light. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it turned on a light.
Oh, that's how we do it. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that probably helped me create a false perception of, oh, okay. this is how it should be all the time.
Right.
And again, like I said, it took me through that relationship into the next one and into a couple more after that for me to be like, you know what? I think I'm doing this wrong. Let me kind of slow down and back off a little bit and try some other things. And I eventually got to the point where, you know what? I'm just a simple chick. Some of this stuff ain't working for me. I can't. It's just not in my forte for some of this. Like, this is just not my taste. And so I kind of got into my niche where I kind of was comfortable. And it was okay for me to say, hey, look, I don't do this off Jump Street. Let me get to know you first because I know how I am. Once I'm in, I'm in. Like,
Right.
once I fall, like, I'm in there.
Yeah.
If I say I'm committed to the cause, I'm committed to the cause. And
Yeah.
we ain't dibbling and dabbling back and forth in and out like that.
Yeah.
You know what? Stop. You're acting up. You're cutting up.
Damn chisel.
By the time you got to me, I had to lay so many bricks. Man, it was like a wall getting there. Blink, blink, blink. You couldn't even get a good date in. Blink, 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 blink.
2 years later.
Yeah, you right.
Nah, I kind of
we did have a conversation about this. Let's talk about sex.
We did. I don't think we talked about what we're talking about now.
I feel like now I probably am having the best sex of my life.
Really? Oh.
Only because of mental status at this point.
Mental status at this point.
Understanding of your energy and what it means and why I'm doing it.
You see,
as of before, we were just
fam. You see how
doing it for the family.
So how she just lift you up and then bring you right down.
Stop. Like,
pick you up and lift.
Honestly, because you can't even
what
formulate
what
a proper memory of positive sexual experience and you saying, oh, this is it, this is great, this is good, I know what I'm doing, I understand these moments.
Who, me?
Yeah, you just said it yourself. Like,
back then, no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But not positive.
You just came to an adult. You just now got to a point where you're having good, positive, energetic, open, honest. I know how this feels. I know where I'm going with this sex. Before now, you
I ain't saying I ain't have no.
I ain't saying. I'm not tooting my horn saying that I'm the best sex you ever had, but
I ain't gonna say that
you
either.
have better sex now. It's a better sexual experience now.
Yes.
Than before.
But then I ain't gonna sit up and say you ain't.
It's okay if I'm not the best.
Nah, I ain't say that neither.
If there's you've been without me for a very long time. We've only been together for a moment in time, and it's okay if you've had much better sexual experiences than me. That's perfectly fine.
Listening to your stories, I know exactly that you have had the bomb flapped to now 2, 6, 7, 8, 9,000s.
I've also had some whack ass sex too, so.
Yeah, nah, but I had some decents. But nah, this and I'm not looking for you to say the same thing to me, but for me, mine, I've had some decent partners. Yeah, whatever. I've had some partners. I had some decent partners, but I can't say this is better. Definitely because of the experience, the emotional experience, the emotional connection.
I still feel like even if we had met earlier and we were illegitimately prepared, we probably would still be like, you know what? If I had a choice, I'd probably go back to that person.
Go back to what person?
Yeah, you like if I don't know. Because you have stated that, like, some of your experience, well, you didn't experience. The one you would go back to, you hadn't experienced. You hadn't experienced.
What the hell?
Experienced any sex with that person. The one that you felt like the greatest connection with.
Oh,
And then the one you had the most sex with, you just definitely had the farthest.
I didn't even have the most sex with her.
But out of all of your partners, she was the most, only because of the longevity of time y'all were together, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't the most sex.
It wasn't even good sex at that
And that
rate.
neither. That's what I'm saying. So how you go 13 years and you don't have a lot of sex? You know what? Me and you have had a lot of sex longer than my previous marriage.
That's not funny.
No, it is. Fuck shit, it is. Excuse me. It is
it's
funny.
It would be sad.
It's sad funny.
Yeah.
But it's the truth.
I ain't gonna say no lie.
I ain't telling you to lie.
On my previous marriage, there was no shy of getting it in until like closer to the end of our marriage.
I told you, because she was having sex.
But I wasn't. But I got accused of having sex with somebody else, and me. But
you still had told me, even though after being accused, you had some wrongdoing. You had some wrongdoing, but you still had sex. I ain't had sex. I even knew she was wrongdoing. Like, I had physical evidence that she was wrongdoing. She could have said, well, let me try and get him some.
No physical evidence of it.
But that's what I'm saying. So maybe I'm like, why you?
At least we tried still.
She ain't tried until it was like, I'm out the door. And I think she felt that. And she was just trying to hold me in.
Yeah, it definitely was not that for me. Like, I got to the point where I was just like, I can't do this anymore. I cannot bend my mind around being with somebody who's going to constantly say, you know what? You got to be doing it with somebody else, man. We coming to the end. Like, you ain't even speaking positivity into the fact that we are having a good experience here. Like, so that was heartbreaking to me. So that really just made sexual connection for me, like, down the drain.
Yeah.
I think it would be. It was hard for me to recover from that because I was like, dang, I'm giving all my time and energy, and this person just like they sapping it up, just draining the energy from me, and then brushing it off like it ain't nothing.
Man, I would have loved that though, back then. Not now.
Oh.
To be used.
In your brokenness.
Yeah.
You wanted to be used sexually, and that would have been okay with you, but that's not.
No, but I'm glad it didn't. I'm glad it didn't happen. Like every once in a while I was, but not the way that I wanted to be used. We was still in a selfish content with her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me trying to jackrabbit it through
complicated. So
through sex is just
these
difficult.
People that's out here saying they doing it and not emotional about it. They may not be emotional about the people they're having sex with, but at some point they do make up in their mind that
an emotional connection.
I don't want to keep fucking off forever. Like, I do want to get settled down eventually. I would hope that any adult with common sense would be like, you know what? Let me get my shit together and get somewhere to sit down.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, so now I did have a connection with damn, I want to throw our names out just about to.
Pick a name.
Yeah.
Or just one young lady.
Yeah, this one young lady that
Oh, you write the name down?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now that one was that's who I proposed to when I was in middle school.
So yeah, that was when you really correlated
right. Right. Yes. Now my first opened the door that it's something deeper with this. And I went on a journey
to find
what was this connection with this physical act between two people. Cause again, my mom and them ain't talk about it. I saw
mine didn't either. Pretty much, you might as well say, just don't do it.
Yeah. So now I'm curious.
And
why I'm feeling like this.
So that's the heartbreak. The bad sessions and the messing around. But I shouldn't say even still. I started having sex before my parents even knew I was having sex, and when they found out, they were very much devastated. My father more so than my mother, but
Yeah, mine was the same way, just backwards. My daddy was.
he was
But
bothered.
what you doing, boy? But what you doing? Nothing.
Literally.
You better hurry. But you better hurry up before your mama get here. Yeah. But you know, it was cool. It was cool because how I set it up, right? When you come in my room, all right, so you know where the bed at now in the room.
Uh-huh.
Imagine a twin size bed. Pretty much half that size of that, right?
Okay.
In that same corner, but not near the window, but the head of the bed is on the wall where the closet door is.
Oh, so you kind of come all the way in the room in order to see
Well,
what's going
even
on.
though with that, I had a chest of drawer. So the chest of drawer was like right here, and the head of the bed was behind the chest of drawer. So even when you came in the room, you really couldn't see what was going on.
Oh, you had to concoct into a safe space.
Yeah. So when he
No,
came,
he
he
had
ain't
to come
CC. He
all the
ain't
way
CC. He just knew what was going
He
on.
could smell the producer in there. He was like, wait a minute. Hold up.
Yeah, so.
I would never dare to do it in my mom and dad's house. That
Huh?
was a no.
Yeah, I know I'm wrong,
Like,
and there's nothing that. And you know what? She apologized when we got back together in 2014. That was the first thing she did when she came in the house.
I'm so sorry.
She apologized.
Yeah, I dare not. See, my dad had booby traps and stuff in the house. I was afraid if I did that in the house, there would be some metal iron gates would come down, click, 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 lock everybody in, and we'd be like, oh no. Never have I ever. Never would I dare. That was like.
But I wouldn't. It wasn't an intent to disrespect. It was like my mind was so focused on trying to figure out what was the connection.
What's so special?
What's so special about this and that relationship? Like that light just boom. Now, at that young age, that's the person that I had the most sex with. I can probably say, yeah, it was a person that yeah. Well, before you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So in my adulthood, it was sporadic.
Yeah. In my adulthood, I definitely couldn't say it was more. It wasn't even sporadic. It was more strategic. Again, got to the point where you know what, I'm not gonna be wasting my time and energy on any and everybody. Like, and I kind of tried to get to the point where if I met a guy's mom, and I did meet a couple of guys, and he was like, "Baby, don't waste your time with my son. I know you cute and all, but yeah, One of them, I still know his mom to this day. She still speaks to me. She's very kind. She was like, "Baby, you a good girl, and I know you like him, but he ain't no good. He ain't got himself together right now. Keep moving."
Mama like that.
And I don't think we ever got to that point. We dated for a little bit. I don't even think it was that. I think we were just really friends.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like smoke buddies.
Okay.
I don't think my parents knew I was smoking weed then either, so.
Yeah,
I was a little rebel baddie.
Oh, no, you just. So you hold all your rebelness to after you graduated?
Oh, yeah, I was an adult. But again, I was a sheltered kid. Like, they weren't finna let me do all that.
Damn.
And so I was in college when I experienced sex and all this stuff. I was definitely at my parents' house. Stop trying to tickle me with your feet.
I'm trying to play footsies. We're talking about sex and stuff, so that's how you start. That's how you start.
It definitely was. That's weird that you grabbing my toe, my foot with your long behind toes. Stop it. Yeah, and his mama just was like, baby, so and so need to get his life together. He's still sleeping in my house. Them groceries, that's my stuff. And I had a better respect for her, and I stopped coming over her house wasting her
You wanna
time
know
and
what's so
eating
weird
up her
about that? To
groceries.
hear you say that, but now we talk about how it should be okay for your kids to come back home.
Yeah, that's what she was doing. She was helping him get himself back together. He was supposed to be going back to school, which is where I met him at, and
Was that the
I didn't
screamer?
think it was gonna, huh?
Was that the screamer?
Oh no, this was after I got back in Albany
Oh, okay.
from college.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the screamer that was my college boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
That was my college boyfriend.
Okay.
One of my college boyfriends.
Yeah. Okay, so
And he was our relationship was interesting. I'm gonna say that.
okay.
Interesting. Cause he was nerdy.
You're nerdy.
He was very nerdy, and like I said, he was a screamer in a band or whatever, and
That's weird that y'all called it that. Cause I don't think when you say that, all I can hear is just, I know that means that. Yeah.
It was good though. I enjoyed going to the concerts. It was different.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I respected his craft. He did it for pure enjoyment, and
Why you playing? I could probably do that. Baby, you swear you ain't got eyelashes, but it seems like your eyelashes about to scrape across your lenses and your.
that's because my motherfucking glasses lenses are so doggone thick. Why you looking at me so hard, pointing out stuff? Got me cursing on. Oh my god. But yeah, he was. I think he was kind of inexperienced in sex, but experienced enough. He was. I don't know. I don't be liking to tell people dark intimate secrets.
You know what? No,
After
I'm gonna
that,
just go ahead and say this.
like
At least your first two, in so many ways, could have possibly.
they were like quiet thuggish people.
We ain't saying
And
that.
then
I'm talking
after
about the
that,
experience was possible cause those from if I'm gauging it right, how you expressed about those the first two,
I really
that
like
was
those guys.
yeah, and that sexual experience was kind of heightened.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah. Like
So do you
with
think
my
that?
first ones, I was on. Yeah, it was on.
So,
like, woo.
so that's what I'm saying. So do you?
And I think he really enjoyed that. So,
Do
of
you?
course, who wouldn't?
Do you think that when stuff like that happens, it dampers the other experience, or you may look into
Dampers what other experience?
that you may when the other experiences come, you
Such
looking for it to
as?
happen like that. Just next person.
Um,
Were you ever like that? Maybe that's a better question. Were you ever like that when you finally was able to move from out of that department of excitement?
um, I. It was hard not to lead first with the sex, of course. But once I definitely got past the emotions and
You to leave first?
huh?
So you always led first at the very beginning?
Led first, like what do you mean?
You just said led first. What are you saying? You just said lead.
Yeah, if I didn't lead out with sex first.
Oh, you talking about
Once
starting
I
with.
got to that point where
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't have to lead with
Yeah,
sex
okay,
first,
gotcha. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
then it was more so of, okay, do I really like this person?
Okay.
Am I really into them? Do we really have a connection enough at the end of the day? Because again, I learned early that I think we pretty much can teach anybody how to have sex. If they're bad at it, anybody can learn to have good sex.
Right.
John, what did you ask me? I forgot the question just like quick.
After
My first
those those first kind of heightened experiences, did the next gentleman that came up to the table that you experienced, were you like automatically looking for it to be similar, or
No, I by the third or fourth guy at this point it was, do you really care about me before I give you myself sexually? Um, yeah, it was
Okay, but I get
then
and
that
I
I
get
realized,
and I get that too, but
was I looking for the sex to be absolutely amazingly awesome?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course. I think everybody's goal is when they have sex to have a good experience.
Well, may not have a good experience, but yes, I definitely understand that. But to that high caliber of that,
Nah.
okay, that was just up there, like one of them unreachable bars.
Yeah, something like that.
Gotcha. Okay.
Um, I want to say at some point it did get to a point where I was like, I ain't finding what I'm looking for, or it wasn't as heightened as it was. And I think I eventually did go back to my first. I did because I didn't really do a lot of people, so I think I did dibble back in that pot a couple of times because it's like, hey, I know what I'm getting out of this. So
Alright. Hmm.
sometimes you just got that person that does it for you on just about all spectrum levels.
Hmm.
I say my first was one of those that I definitely wouldn't have had no problem going back to if time and space offered itself there.
Well, I guess I could say that about the person I was talking about on the
Your
thing.
first
She
one.
wasn't my first, but I feel
It was
like
the
that was our
first one
first
that you felt.
connection.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
connected with
Gotcha.
that genuine connection
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I
yeah.
did. I ain't double back.
Oh,
I
you
guess
did
it was
back in
double.
the
Yeah,
yeah,
it
you
did.
did back in the pot. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of people feel like, oh no, that's taboo. Don't go back. You know, once you leave them, leave them. Um, it wasn't no bad blood between me and that person.
Yeah.
It was we just came to the mutual agreement that this distance thing is this isn't for us, and
And I can see how she got mad with me too. With me going over to Mississippi, cause she.
you in that sense, especially if you've been having a sexual relationship and y'all been talking about moving forward past it, and then you go double back in something that you got out of
Yeah.
that wasn't good for you,
Yeah.
then it's like mm,
But I think.
level you
But I.
lose a level of respect in a sense, I guess.
But and I think. I think it was more or less true though about the sex part, and more than anything, because I didn't force myself on her. Um, I can say that I knew. I don't know. I felt that was it was gonna happen, and I didn't leave because a couple of times.
You felt like you were gonna have sex with that person when you got back to where you weren't supposed to be at.
No, it's we. Oh, no. I'm here because I had done spent the night with her a couple of times, and we didn't do anything, but it was just this one night. Um, all signs were like leave,
But
and
you
I
didn't.
did because we had to talk about she had already went through a few things with her past relationship and whatnot, and kind of I guess self journey in a sense of I don't want to I don't want to get myself up unless I know. But it was real for me. That was a thing. It was. But
She
I
needed
could.
your
But I.
reassurance of commitment,
Yes, and I was inside.
and you
And that
kind of pretty
action.
much in a sense you failed to give it.
Yes, by leaving. You know, even though I still did come back in the time that I said I was coming back, which still was weird as heck. But
It was too late.
oh no, I was gone no more than about a month and a half before she called and said, I can't do this. And I get it, cause I was still married, separated. So, and I understood. And I respected
So
that.
yeah. So
You know, she was like, what I look like saying that my boyfriend is over there in Mississippi
with his
his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. That he's separated from. And I don't know what the living arrangement is. I can't do this. And you already know what my situation is. And I respected that. And I was okay. So, but it was maybe a few years, or not a few years because I won't know that long, but a few months later, I was able to contact her again, and she was married. And she was like, well, this person is doing this for me, doing this. And I come to realization, as much as I care, and I knew.
And I know it ain't impossible for people to get together in a couple of months, but it sounded like she already had a couple of other prospects on the table.
No, I wouldn't say that. But I can say, and it's not tooting my own horn, because she kind of gave him a hard time at the very beginning. But he brought something to the table that she always wanted to be first lady. She just imagined being a first lady.
It was the fulfillment of her dreams that she.
Right, so it was easy to, once everything start falling into place. Well, like I was telling her, but I do feel like it was great that she had our relationship during that time, because I showed her, and that was the thing that she was pissed off at. How you come in my life and you do all this stuff for me, and then you take it away, and you make me feel this particular way, and you take it away from me. And only thing I can explain is that you got the same thing, but with the person that because she wasn't talking about being married. Around by this time, I still was like in the means of, oh yeah, I want to be remarried once I get a divorce. It wasn't until after I got a divorce I was like, oh man, this shit for the birds. Yeah. And then I saw you.
But you were given in that state, you were already in something.
Yeah.
You were in something already, so.
Yeah.
You were committed without being committed. We are all off the subject of sex.
This is sex. It has something to do with sex.
Oh, it's correlated with sex.
Yeah. Yeah, because sex was involved and
sex helped her make the decision, or the lack thereof.
Yeah, so I can say those few times were like amazing. So it was. So yeah, I knew. Well, I've always known. Again, I was attached to her spiritually and emotionally when we was in school. I knew we could have something. She couldn't see it. So she went her way, and that was her thing for me. That she felt like I did that to her to get her back. And there's nothing in the world I can say to her to tell her that was not it. And it wasn't.
Yeah. But again, based on perception, it looked like that's what happened because of the moves you made.
And I get it.
Afterwards. So.
Yeah, I got it. I understood. And I told her I understood. I hate that she felt that way, but I can't change what I did. So it's just gonna be up to her to say I forgive you or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But me answering my own question, was there a moment that I experienced some okay sex, some awesome sex, to where I was looking for the other person to do that?
Oh wow!
You gotta think, right? Yeah, because I'm running through my sexcapades.
Oh, that's what we call them now.
Yeah.
Sexcapades.
Cause it was her, but afterwards, I can't say when I was young. It was one moment when I was with my brother in Virginia. That person
somebody tugged at your little
yes, yeah. Yeah, she was a couple years older than me. I think she turned me out.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. Drop the bomb on you.
But I guess this episode of sex, it was kind of all over the place. But
The sex and sexual experiences have really shaped and molded how we think and experience sex in current
yeah.
time. You know.
So I get the concept, and the concept should have been explained a little bit different than just you shouldn't have it and end it like that. Or you gonna go to hell.
Have lots of it.
Oh no, it's like the old
When you
hell
get
cause
when you get into a committed relationship and you are absolutely friends with this person, sure of yourself, know what you want.
well, we really can't say sure of yourself. Just know yourself enough. Because
Okay,
again, like last night we was
okay, that's
talking,
fair, that's fair, that's fair.
you're never really gonna know who truly you are because things change. You're
Or
gonna
you
start
never
liking
really get to your full potential until you've
you're
gotten to that
gone.
full potential.
You can't full potential ain't done until you gone. Cause we have room to grow and change. Until we're dead and gone, we do not reach our full potential. And maybe if people start looking at the fact that I would never reach my full potential, but I don't want to never stop growing, is something that we should go after. Not to get to our full potential. I want to continue to grow. You know? That's how I look at our marriage. I want our marriage to continue to grow, and that's what I seek after. You know, our sex connection, our mental connection, our spiritual connection. I want to continuously see it grow. That's what I work on. And I use all of it together to heighten other parts. You know, my connection with you with sex. I focus my growth of my emotions through that on, you know, I try to manifest my emotion, my loves, and funny strokes, and you know, yeah. So or like,
So, for you, sex is an expression of your love for me.
well, yeah. But I'm just saying, I
One of the
combine,
many
I
expressions.
just combine everything together in different ways, all together, separate ways. Um, like even sometimes when I'm talking or when I'm writing something for you or whatnot, um, I may combine a manifest emotion to it, or even if I'm just thinking, me holding you, which ain't got nothing to do with sex, you know, it's just everything. I try to use it as a growth tool when it comes to our connection.
I can see that.
Yeah. So I feel like everything we have access to should be used in order to heighten our experience as a
Reach that
couple.
full potential.
I mean, reaching the full potential till we gone.
Or
Continual potential.
progressing towards. I'm sorry.
Yes.
You keep correcting me.
A continued potential.
Reaching for our highest
Yeah.
potential. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Screw me then. And I would say that would probably be a common goal. Not for like a overly powerful sexual experience, but for a growing, continued sexual experience that helps us both grow spiritually uh, and emotionally.
Yeah.
Can't leave that out. Because
Yeah.
if we don't feel good afterwards, then
Oh,
it was really good at the end of the day.
you be feeling
It may be
good.
good to you, but not. You see.
You be feeling good. Now I still got little short waves, Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh. You're so
That
extra.
was 1.5 right there. On a sexual scale.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Oh, you ain't like it? Namaste.
Oh well, guys. Hope you enjoyed the
Banter.
the pillow talk about sex. Excuse me.
Pillow talk.
What else we ate?
And All right. Until next time. Bye-bye.